So after reading this insanely good tier chapter that Oda's just dropped, that reveals a lot of major things and puts even more mysteries on the table, my brother suggested to me something really interesting that once you see, you probably cannot unsee. That Imu's powers are a dark twist on Gear 5's powers. They are related to imagination. For example, Luffy wants to manifest glasses and wear glasses. Luffy can manifest and wear glasses. Imu wants to fire an arrow out of himself or herself. Imu can fire an arrow. Luffy wants to turn his head into a giant head or turn himself into a giant. He can. Imu wants to turn himself into a giant devilish form of himself. He can. So I feel like Imu's power will be revealed to be something related to imagination, but with a dark twist. Like Luffy uses it as funny and goofy, however Imu on the other hand uses it as in a different opposite way. And also, since Luffy's devil fruit represents a deity, the sun god Nika, what if Imu also represents another deity in the One Piece world, the opposite and the enemy of the sun god Nika maybe? When we were first introduced to the sun god was introduced through the Shandians that lived on the Blue Sea, and they prayed to the sun god, and in Skypiea we were introduced to Vearth. What if Vearth is the god of the sky people? The opposite of the sun god was the god of the Shandians who lived at the Blue Sea, but in the White Sea, Vearth was the god. So if Imu represents Vearth, he may also have imaginary powers. Maybe deities had imagination powers. That's why Luffy's powers, sun god Nika's powers, are related to imagination. So maybe the same thing applies to Imu's powers. And just like I said in this video, which is my third most popular video, that Imu's dream is Luffy's dream reversed, I believe that Imu's powers are Luffy's powers, but in a dark twisted way, as the final battle will be the warrior of liberation versus the dark king that takes away everybody's freedom. So I think this is a really high possibility, and the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. And this chapter has been absolutely magnificent. From the reveal that was hinted last chapter that the Nefertari family has been a D family, to that Nefertari D Lily is the one that distributed the poneglyphs all over the world in order for someone in the future to find them and dethrone the world government. Also, the reveal that the Gorosei members are actually fighters, like I suspected and many others, is a reveal that they have devil fruit powers and there are possibly zones, as all of them transform into huge beasts, one bird-like, one bull-like, one rhino-like, and I'm very intrigued to see their designs and if they are going to be mythical zones. And I suspect that all 5 of them plus Imu have had the immortality surgery being done on them. That's why all of them are immortal. And this panel specifically, I loved how it was drawn, and the whole vibe of this sequence is very creepy, like super creepy. I love the way Oda uses the silhouettes to the creepy nature of them. Like it's very intriguing, and I'm very intrigued to see what the actual designs will turn out to be, because most of the time the silhouette turns out to be something else. And Imu's silhouette specifically, my brother also pointed out quite a few chapters ago that Imu looks like the king chess piece, and I think that this chapter confirms that this was Oda's thinking process, that his silhouette will look like the king of the chess piece. As when Sabo attacked Imu, the translation say that this attack is referring to a checkmate, so I think this is very likely that Oda chose Imu's silhouette design to be a chess-like king figure, which makes sense as the king in chess is the last piece that actually moves. And thinking about it more, if Imu's the one that represents the king in chess, then the minister is represented by the Gorosei, the knight is represented by the holy knights, the rook is represented by the admirals, the bishop is represented by Cypher Pole Zero, and the soldier is represented by the marines. And it makes a lot of sense that it could be structured this way, especially with the introduction of the holy knights. And all these chess pieces are being moved by the king, Imuu. Imuu is the one that has control over the whole board for over 800 years. So I really like the thought of that the world government is structured like a chessboard. But I'm very intrigued to see the designs and Oda continuing the Imuu scary vibe, or he gives off a very different vibe from any other villain. A very creepy, mysterious, creepy design, and I think that's why Oda is saving up his design so much to play up with the creepy design aspect. And I think the first that will be revealed as what the devil fruit power will be, which will be Sanjay Garcia Saturn in Egghead Island. And this makes me wonder, was I right about this silhouette being actually Saturn, the one that invaded Egghead Island, or was I just reaching? As after seeing this chapter, which confirms that they are fighters and not to be taken lightly, and they are possibly maybe the final matchup of the Straw Hats. So it's really intriguing. So overall, I really enjoyed this chapter, and it's very intriguing, very spectacular, and I look forward to see where Oda takes it from here. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as it really helps me out a lot. So this is Imuu, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.